All right, hello everyone. Super excited to be here with you all today. Over the past few years, Sui DeFi has grown quickly, with real users, real liquidity, and core primitives emerging across trading, lending, and stablecoins. And that progress is driven by our builders, teams like DeepBook that you just heard from, also Navi, AlphaFi, a number of others throughout the ecosystem. But as Sui DeFi matures, it's not just about scaling what currently exists. It's about building category-defining protocols. And that's why we created Moonshots. Moonshots is a highly selective initiative backing teams that are building new primitives, new user experiences, and new market structures. And we have two of those teams here today. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Damien, can you give us a quick overview of who you are, what you're building, and why it matters?
Hey everyone, it's Damien, and we are building WaterX on Sui. What we're building is an agentic intent trading engine. Our goal is to bring private bankers to everyone, like every users. Right now, professional finance is like a full-time job. It's complex and time-consuming. But we also don't see many wealthy people look at the charts or looking for investment opportunity themselves. They have private bankers or financial advisors. Our goal is to democratize that kind of elite experience.
Great. And Chris, can you give us a quick overview?
Yes. First, a pleasure to be with you here in the room, also online. I'm Chris from Current. We are a new leverage yield protocol on Sui. We launched 5 weeks ago, and we already have 27 million of deposits and 1,000 users, professionals, retails that are using Current and our product Multiply in order to loop the assets and achieve more significant returns. And how this is important within Sui DeFi, users can deposit, users can hold a token, but I think there is one more step that could be achieved using leverage. And this is important because this is also what institutions, professionals, and even retailers are expecting. If they want traditional standard returns, they can go to traditional finance. But if they are in DeFi, this is also for achieving more significant yield.
Great, thank you both. Okay, let's dive a little deeper into both of your guys' approaches. So Chris, Current has been live for 5 weeks. What's one signal that really resonates with users?
Okay, we have been tracking users to understand them better. The one signal is the utilization rate. We have seen that there is a sweet spot, at least for Sui, that is 91%. Below that, immediately users are depositing capital. Above that, people are removing their funds. So we have observed that users really track this metric in order to take decisions. And yeah, I think this is very important. They understand how the protocol is working.
Great. And Damien, WaterX is prepping to launch. How would you describe WaterX in a way that genuinely captures what differentiates it?
What's genuinely new is we are trying to reshape what a modern financial platform should look like or product should look like. If you take a look at most of the financial product or trading platform on the market, they are like vending machine. They show you their features and like category buttons and want you to learn that yourself. On our platform, especially on the mobile app that we are going to launch in 2 months, the user experience would be like chatting with AI agents. And we have a recommendation system behind that, giving you what you might want to invest or what you might want to bet on. After a user approve the transaction or they want to do the trade, we also have, in the backend, we also have an agent perform as an orchestration layer, which integrates with our core features like prediction market, perp, lending, spot. So basically, the platform handles all the execution and analyzing, while users just have to provide their intents.
Great, so both of you guys are taking very different approaches to how users are interacting with your protocol and interacting with liquidity. Chris, what's a design decision in Current that you think really matters but might not be obvious at first?
Okay. I think about one, which is the leverage carry engine that Current is currently playing, in a way that using leverage, a user is impacting and modifying what is the supply rate and borrow rate of the different assets. And this can create an opportunity for another user to borrow USD hold and supply USDC. And what I mean here is like this is a self-correction that is happening by the user within our platform, and that Current is not actively managing interest rate.
And Damien, you've talked about AI, and your focus is obviously very different. There's a lot of conversations generally going on around AI and trading. So how are you guys thinking about it at WaterX, and what does it unlock for your users?
There are many ways to look at how AI bring benefits to user. And on our platform, what we unlock for user is their freedom. So as I mentioned earlier, like finance, professional finance is very time consuming, and it's kind of a privilege for the top like several % user, while the other are told to learn rest of the stuff themselves. So if we can provide an AI agent that do analytics and execution for users, that means they can focus on their passions and their careers. We bring freedom to them.
Great. All right, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about Sui. So, Chris, what excites you most about where the Sui ecosystem is heading?
Okay, I need to pick one topic, otherwise we're gonna take the full hours. Sui dollar is something important for me, and because I think Current is already playing a huge role in this adoption. We have about 30% of the deposit already in USD and we're gonna add much more multiply strategy using and that people could borrow USD and all another assets. So I really see USD becoming a borrowing reference point in the industry.
And Damien, to you, as you prepare to launch, what aspects of Sui are most important for what you're building?
So before we dive into why Sui, I would like to share why blockchain first, instead of having Web2, like existing Web2 services. If we want agent to work for our money 24/7, we need a financial system that's working even after the bank is closed, and that's blockchain. Crypto and a native asset on blockchain is programmable asset, which speaks native language to agents. So agents are able to manage those assets. And also on blockchain, it gives you natural interoperability that you can access to different chains and protocols. That means wider liquidity and investment opportunity. And if we want to discuss about why Sui, the first reason is that we all love Edeni. And like the more professional reason is that the sub-zero speed that Mr. SETI consensus provides. And also there's a ZK login allowing user to log in with Google Auth. And there's also sponsored transaction to abstract the user experience in Web3 into Web2. So building on blockchain and on Sui empowers us to build products that has Web2 user experience and also Web3 sovereignty to users. And in my opinion, that's how a modern financial product should look like.
Great, both fantastic answers, and I think themes and topics that we've been hearing throughout the day. Okay, talking a little bit about Moonshots. So Moonshots is about backing teams that are really pushing boundaries. What's one bet each of you guys are taking that you're especially excited about? Damien, let's start with you this time.
I believe most of the people earn money and like working because they want to get money, they want to say no to things that they dislike and spend more time like staying with people they love, right? So most of the people, they might not want to be a daily trader themselves, but they also want the outcome from professional like management on, based on their risk appetite. So I'm betting everything on agentic intent model, where we can continuously learn users' behavior and recommend them the financial instrument that they prefer. I believe the future belongs to people who stop educating users and start to learn from their users.
And Chris, what about you? What bet are you excited about?
Okay, I'm excited about RWAs, and I mean, my day-to-day is like trying to get net new assets within the Sui DeFi. I think there is no limit, and basically with the tokenization, we're gonna have much more high-quality assets as a collateral, and also much more yield-bearing assets, and those ones deserve to be on Sui, and would be just excellent for the Sui ecosystem in general. So yeah, I'm looking forward for the coming months or years on Sui.
And both of you guys are builders on Sui. Damien, you've been around for a long time. Chris, you're newer to the ecosystem. But what else do you want to see built on Sui? There's a lot of builders here today, some tuning in. But what do you think needs to be built on Sui? What are you excited about? You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So as I'm targeting more users, it's not just Sui, not just a blockchain. I want to target Web2 user. I want to see the bridge between Web2 and Sui. So that means if user can onboard their assets using Apple Pay, it's more like agent intent-centric stuff that I'm willing to see on Sui.
100% agree with you, Damien. It's like build something meaningful, but also get a very strong distribution. And this is obviously the responsibility of every project. And I think if we work all together, we make it easier. The one project I would like to see is a Pendle-like. Would be very, beneficial for Current to have a YT that we can potentially loop. So looking forward, I heard some project I might work on, but looking forward to see that live.
All right, we have just about a minute left. What do you want to share about WaterX and about Currents that you haven't shared yet? How could folks learn more about your guys' projects? Damien, you want to go first?
So for us, we want to build private bankers for everyone. We need to get enough user behaviors data to train our algorithms. So the first step is not is building the product itself, but now we are focusing on distribution. We have an app launching, mobile app launching in 2 months. There will be not just agent, but some core user experience. For example, if you think Bitcoin is going up in the next 15 minutes, you just swipe right. If you think it's going down, you swipe left. It's like a Tinder-like user experience. We gamify everything, and also we upsell you something that you might want to invest.
And when is that expected to launch?
I'm expecting in a month or 2.
Pressure. Okay. And Chris, how about you?
One thing we realized the last 5 weeks, we are tracking wallets interacting with our protocol, and we're super happily surprised to see funds that are moved from central exchanges directly into Current. So that's a very strong signal for us that if you are providing a good product and high returns, you are capable of attracting new capital within the ecosystem.
Great. All right. Thank you both. This was great, very insightful. That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.